Hi, it's Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is the Slingshot. This not just a trading indicator, it's an automated strategy builder, and the reason I'm running this is to just try and build those optimizations for our users and our upcoming launch of the actual trading indicator. This auto strategy builder will not be available until 2024, but the thing is, it's for me to have it developed and to run these simulations so we can help understand that copper on the Unirenco 135 is pretty hot. So again, this is running, this is live. With this, just one contract on copper. We had a type 2 and a type 1 buy here. Reasonably good entry. The stop is below the pullback zone. We're just about to reach target 2 here. We've got the one target at target 3. Just adjust this slightly. So again, I will switch this on and off, but we have lots of fresh air up until target 3 because that's the 30-minute support and resistance zone for the Guardian zone. So that's a really strong resistance zone. So we've got all the way up to target 3 up to there. So we've got fresh air. Down below here, we've got another 30-minute zone support as well. So we're in the middle of that range. We've got a nice little pullback after this impulse move. The Slingshot behaves the same way in that we look and measure this pullback, and then we get some signals, type 1, type 2 buys, all the same here. So this was a good entry. It's only one contract, so it's about $75 profit right now. The probability pullback zones really are to target 2. So we talk about fib extensions and retracements and those overlaps. So we can really say that if we do find support, and this is in the second zone, so there's an 80% probability it's going to go and hit target 2. That's the more accurate one. Obviously we do have target 3 up there because some of them do push through and we get some really good moves. But what happens here is we can we start to print a trailing stop position now with a trading indicator that's released on the 21st of September 2023. That will still be printed. You'll just have to move those stops manually. What I'm doing for testing purposes is sort of automating this so I can run simulations, and I've been running these simulations most of the year as we've developed and these type 1, type 2, and type 3 buys and sells, just so we can get a really good snapshot of good time frames on instruments, how it behaves. So we've reached target 2 now, so actually that 80%, it's reached target 2, that's around $125 profit right now. Pretty standard trade. I mean, I trade copper pretty much all the time, and this is a good move. We can also see, if you look left here, this was a previous target 3 where target 3 hit and then came back down again. Target 3 was still there. So again, these fibs overlaps are choosing this price is quite strong. If this can push through, target 3 is where we have that stop limit to sell and take profit there. So I'm just going to let this run. I'm going to pause the video in a second and then come back when we get some more action. Just wanted to show all the work that I do when we develop a software. So on 2 of my 8 screens here, I will run automations to actually check the behavior and how our different softwares run. Okay, I can't be in front of my computer all the time, but what I can do is set these automations running so we can actually see how that performance is going, if there's any changes to that particular strategy where the indicator needs adjusting, or if I see a really great time frame or chart type that's working for a specific indicator, I'll let people know on the Discord group. So it's constantly evolving. Yes, sometimes we don't update an indicator for a year because it works very well, but one of the things I do have is these automations running so I can actually continue to check the performance of of all of the indicators really. Some of these automated strategies have now gone to the public as well. So 3 of the indicators, a roller coaster, the range breakout, and the xBrat algo, is now available for the public as well. And I'll put those links down for the ASBs there. But they are for sophisticated traders. You need to set the parameters, optimize, and all that sort of thing. So it's not for beginner traders. I'm going to be very honest. But this Slingshot that I'm using right now, for example, that I've been using for a few months to test the actual indicator, we're looking to make this public in 2024, hopefully, because I've used it a lot to consolidate and get that confidence in this, these pullback zones, those percentages and everything like that. So I can just leave these running and try and optimize the best times of the day. Obviously, some instruments don't trade very well at certain times of the day because there's just not a lot of volume. One thing that copper does do around European Open and the London Open is behave very well. There's a lot more trades coming on in there. So we're trying to push through target 2 now. We've got that. Target 3 is our next sort of port of call, if you like, and that's where our target is. So that's where we're going to take profit there. It's about $175 profit. Now you see the trailing stop has moved to this position here. So I haven't done that manually. A trader will do that manually with the Slingshot trading indicator. But again, it saves me time if I'm running these automatically on different instruments. It allows me to do other things rather than sit and watch a specific instrument on a specific chart. I can run these automatically, and that's how much we invest in these trading indicators that are available on global trading software. It's not just a matter of coming up with an idea and thinking it's brilliant. It's actually lots and lots of testing. A lot of my time is testing. My computer's running tests all the time on all of the different strategies that we have with those indicators to see how they behave. And then some of those tools that we've used to test, we do turn into automated strategy builders on NinjaTrader because some of them are quite complex to automate, and other platforms like TradingView, because it's cloud-based, do not have the power to do that. But if you've got a decent, powerful computer, NinjaTrader can run these quite well. So again, we're looking at a little bit of a pullback at this moment in time. The trailing stop has been adjusted now for me, so in reality this is risk-free. But one of the data collection points I'm looking at now is another target 2 has been hit on copper on this particular time frame. So moving forward, when our clients start to use this particular indicator in September, we will want to sort of advise them, if you like, on this particular time frame on copper. The target 2 gets hit quite a lot. Maybe just adjust your targets to take profit at target 2, or if you've got 2 contracts, take one off at target 2, adjust it to risk free, and see if the other one will run up to target 3. Other ones just shoot straight to target 3. But the whole point of collecting this data is that we would in fact give that guidance to our users on the WhatsApp groups and the Discord groups and things like that. We can see the red line that would be printed for the trailing stop now for the manual trading indicator. You can see that red line. That's where traders will adjust their stop to that point anyway. Let's adjust this down. So right now you just drag and drop your stop until it's above the entry, so that would be risk-free now. But again, we've got to see how many times these target 2s are hit. Again, on this short down here, target 2 was hit and it bounced back off. This is why we put those probabilities for target 2, because that's the highest probability combination, those confluences, if you like, with fibs to actually give us those really accurate pullback zone percentages, if you like. So really sort of strong. With target 3's another extension, another overlap, and 60% of the time we may get to there, or 40% of the time we may get to target 3. But those probabilities on the pullback zone are very accurate to target 2. So 80%, the top zone here, if it finds support, is 85% it's going to hit target 2. So some very high probability trades there. And we print the type 1, the type 2 buy as well. This is taking its time right now, so I'm going to pause the video when you don't want to listen to my dulcet tones anymore. And when there's some more action, I'll come back and close up the video. So now we can see that the trailing stop position has moved higher than this current stop position, where I'm just automating and testing and gathering data. So it's all the trader would do is drag and drop to that position there to lock in a little bit more profit. Looks like it does want to push up here. Again, we have little micro pullbacks within a trend, so we're trying to trade with the trend here. We've had this initial impulse move up, we've had some consolidation after a pullback, and then we've gone again, and then we've got to that magical target 2, and we've had that little pullback, and now it's trying to push through these recent highs to get to target 3. So it's behaving as it should do. It's identifying the right trades, the probabilities working to that target 2, and now we're getting that follow-on behavior where we get that slight little pullback at target 2, and then we're trying to push up to target 3 there. So really sort of what I would expect. And again, I've been testing this for months now. We've had a beta group testing the actual indicator itself, but for me, I like to run automations so I can gather more data. This can run 24 hours a day, where I cannot sit in front of the computer 24 hours a day. So it allows me to be more confident that when we release this indicator in September 23, that we have a strong strategy that works extremely well. And all the work for 9 months of this year developing this, and then bringing on the beta testers for the last 4 or 5 months, was to fine tune and get those sell and buy signals, making sure that the theory behind those probability pullback zones and those target zones was working okay, and how we manage those trades as well is very, very important, because we want to make sure that we're locking in profit. So I'm very, very happy with how this is turning out. And again, what the normal traders would do now is just every time we get a move with the trailing stop, is just adjust that stop manually as we go up. If it takes the target out, target 3, brilliant. It's about $162.50 profit right now. So what I'm going to do is, I can guarantee I'm going to pause the video and go and hit the profit, but I'm going to pause the video, otherwise I could be waiting forever. Get some more action, I'll just come back on and hopefully we'll finish it off. Okay, so the trading stop positions moved to 3.7900 here, so we're looking at a little bit more profit. It's coming down, but this double top just seemed too much for it right now. Also, we had a type 2 on oil trigger there as well. If I just take that chart away, you see that's oil. This is a 135, another quite a nice sort of smooth time frame. I think the only issue here is we've got some short-term resistance for this to go in. So to be honest, if I was trading this manually, I would probably be a little bit unsure whether to take that until we reach this resistance level. But again, I'm trying to run these on multiple instruments, on multiple time frames, just to gather more data, so I can advise those customers once they start subscribing to the Slingshot trading indicator, some of the better time frames to do that. And without data, I can't do that. So we are doing extremely well with these. And one of the things I always say to traders, that you've got to frame your charts, you've got to have those support and resistance zones on. So even though on a trading indicator we would get this signal to go long, the type 2 buy here. A sensible entry for this would have been around about target 1, still enough room to actually get some move to there, but again we can mitigate the risk here is, you know, put our entry above that resistance, but then instead of having the stop all the way down here, put it tight underneath this pivot into the pullback zone. So there are opportunities, and when we do the live sessions with those users of Slingshot that we'll be doing you know, pretty much every month, is to look at these sort of ways of using the indicator quite in depth to make sure you can be successful with it. So I'm just going to pause the video and come back when something happens. Okay, so we have HG on the left there looking to get towards that target. I'm going to adjust the stop again now with trading stops. Okay, so that's filled and that's hit target 3, that profit's been taken. One of the things, we've got a bug on this automated software, and it's obviously, I'm just using it for testing, is this will probably take both contracts out at this second target. But again, one of the things I talked about the developer was when we've got multiple contracts, that second target is extremely important. So again, if we can touch that, you'll see that go out as well. The main thing is we can see from the HG trade, type 1, type 2 buy, we got that little bit of resistance originally, and then we went and hit target 3. Look how it's bounced off that zone, that 30-minute zone from the Guardian zone. Very, very important, these zones. And if you haven't got the xBrat Guardian zones for NinjaTrader, this is a very, very important tool to subscribe to, because they're automatic, they're multiple time frame, and they really, really keep you out of trouble, and they give you a good guidance on where that fresh air is and where it stops. You see how that's coming back down now there on HG. So again, one of the standard trades that we look for on the Slingshot, we are launching this on 21st of September, so the link down below would be to register for that. But once we've launched, this video is forever, so we'll change those links so you can get the Slingshot trading indicator. And hopefully you can see how I spend a lot of time testing these. I spend a lot of money developing automated software with the same trading indicator in mind, so I can run tests 24 hours a day, adjust indicators before we launch, and then even once we've launched an indicator, continually testing those to see if there's some slight tweaks that we need to make to each particular strategy around that trading indicator, and any updates that we do, when you know, and they are updated to all of our users. So hopefully you can see the sort of work that we put in when we build the software and then continue to support that software. So Slingshot, very excited about it. There's some links down below this video, one for the xBrat Guardian zones for NinjaTrader, and then one for the Slingshot, the xBrat Slingshot there. Hopefully this video has made sense. It's a great indicator with trend indicator, and also trend failure with the Slingshot as well. So very, very happy. Hopefully this helps. I'll speak to you all really soon.